Hey, what's up, Chicago? And welcome back to episode 511, season 13 of Speak Your Mind Radio. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Queen Star, aka Ms. Hip Hop. And today we have a very special guest in the house. He is an emerging hip hop artist out of Florida by the way of Atlanta. And he's here to speak about his very summertime vibe anthem called Miss Important. And so without further ado, I would like to introduce Loretta Only. What's up?
What's good? What's good? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Today's a good day. I can't complain.
Absolutely, absolutely. Miss Hip Hop star. That's
Yeah.
dope. That's dope. That's dope. I love the introduction. Yes, yes, yes. A summertime vibe. Just a time for the ladies.
Yes, yes. And that's why I'm so happy that you're here on the show today. I really appreciate your presence.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. I wouldn't miss it for the world. I'm honored when you reached out to me, say you like that interview me on the show. I was like, hey, definitely, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Because when I heard, I mean, I know we're getting jumping a little bit, but when I heard So Soon on the track, I'm like, yo, this sounds dope. And I listened to the rest of the track drop that Friday. I was like, I gotta get this man on my show, period. I gotta reach out to him. I gotta do something. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Right.
But before we get into everything, because I can skip the whole section, let's do the traditional icebreaker question, okay? Um, Loretta, what's like the most important element in creating a track for the ladies globally?
hmm the most important element is you have to find something like I think it's the instrumental. You got to be something they can groove to because ladies like to dance. So it got to be a nice vibe. Whether she a type of person that get on the dance floor and like the glad or she somebody that just like to relax and like bop her head to it. You got to have a nice vibe with the instrumental first, and you also have to have something that's catchy. Something that's appealing to the ladies. Give them something. Ladies like to feel sexy and classy, so you got to give them something, even if they're not. They still like that feeling. So you have to give them something that makes them feel like they're important. So that was the elements that I used to put this track together, to start this track together.
Okay. I think everything that you said is prevalent, especially like the hook, the vibe,
hmm
and it's just being catchy overall to catch the ladies' attention. Me personally, I don't really get down on the floor like that, but I do like to bob my head, you know what I'm saying, to a good track.
See, yeah, see. I know I do something like whether you get on the floor, you gonna bob your head. You want to move, so you still moving in some type of way. You grooving in some type of way. Everybody have their own way to groove, but they want to groove, and I couldn't have accomplished that without Virtue's great King Virtue, the producer of the track. I couldn't accomplish that without his great beats and sounds and how he put together the loops and the drums. His production style is great. I know. I'm pretty sure So Sue told you about King Virtue too, as well, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely. We had different conversations here and there. So yeah, and I had a conversation with King Virtue myself. He's pretty down to earth.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Real good brother, real good brother. I've been knowing him since like the pandemic. The pandemic happened, and we I first met him. I met him through a friend I knew that I knew in Orlando, and he was making music. He told me about a posse track, so we produced the he produced the song Smack Track, and that's how I met So Soon as well, because we was all on that track together.
Wow. Isn't that cool? Networking really does get you to
Oh,
places to
absolutely.
be. Yeah. That is so cool. Because I thought, like, originally that you were from the East Coast too, like New York somewhere, you know? And then I found
Mm-mm.
out that you're from Florida. Like, dang, that's cold, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a Florida
Okay.
boy, but I grew up listening to East Coast music a lot because back then, at the time I was coming up, the South wasn't really on. You had the South rappers, but they wasn't getting much play till like maybe like late '90s, early 2000. That's when the South really started getting its due.
That is so true. I definitely agree with you. If it wasn't for like rappers like Lil Wayne, or I can't
hmm
think of other rappers from Florida per se, but if it wasn't for them, they wouldn't have
Trick
opened
Daddy,
the first. Trick Daddy, yeah. How could I forget about Trick Daddy? That's crazy.
Two
Yeah, shout out
Live
to Trick
Crew,
Daddy. True Two Live Crew. Yes. Yes.
Rick Ross, Trina.
Okay. that.
Huh?
I say I need to like stop or whatever because I did know all those people. So yeah.
Yeah.
So Loretta, why don't you tell everybody out there, like, well, first of all, reintroduce yourself to everybody. Tell them, like, bits and aspects of you behind the music.
Okay, I'm Loretta's only. I'm from Tallahassee, Florida originally. I live out here in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm also an Army veteran. I'm also have my master's in entertainment business. I graduated from Full Sail University, and I also graduated from Full Sail University with my bachelor's in recording arts as well. And outside the music, I love the Yankees. When it comes to baseball, I'm a Yankees fan, which is why I got on my Yankees cap. And when it comes to football, I'm a huge Eagle fan. Anybody that knows me or been following me on Instagram or Facebook or any of my social media plays, they know I'm a huge Eagle fan.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm not an Eagles fan because I'm a everybody's fan. I mean, I love sports in general. So
Oh,
yeah,
word.
yeah. I sit
Yeah,
through
we
a
talked about that a little bit.
Yeah, we did the Bulls and all that. The
Mm-hmm.
Sox. Yes. I wanted to ask you, Loretta Only, how did you get your rap name? Because that's very interesting. Loretta's Only.
I got my rap name from my mother's name. My mother passed away back in '06 during my first semester in college. At the end of my first semester of college, I lost my mother due to cancer. And I'm the only child biologically, so the best way to pay homage to my mother while I'm still on this earth and to the day I die, I said, well, how can I pay homage to my mother? So I took her name, and since I'm the only child, that's how you have Loretta's only.
That's dope. And like, I don't know how you got through that experience, especially it being your first year of school and you lose
Yep.
your mom. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
it was a tough experience. But I
yeah,
still went, but I ain't do too well, after that, because my mind wasn't there really. I said it was, but it really wasn't.
right. So, was this when you were at Full Sail University or?
No, this is when I was at Tallahassee Community College, because I was still living in Tallahassee at the time, because I didn't go to Full Sail till after I got out of the Army.
Oh, okay, okay,
That
okay.
was me going back to school, going back to college again.
You had a whole different life experience. That's crazy, apart from the music. So that's
Right,
cool.
right.
Okay, so let's get into it. Do you, let me ask you something. Do you recall the very first rap that you recorded? And if so, what was it like?
Yes, the very first rap I ever recorded, this like when I was 18 years old. This is when I worked at Target. I had a problem with a guy, and it was a diss song.
Uh,
Yeah, I called his name out of the song and everything.
hey, yo, that's
I
funny.
wish I could find the record though, but I can't find it no more. I used to have it.
I wish you could find it too, because I want to
I
hear it.
wish I could. It was so funny. Now I look back at it, I was so mad. I was so into it. Like you can hear the aggression in my voice, but it's like I go back and listen to it. I think back to it. Like I rap where the hook was supposed to be at, and then I did the hook where the verse is supposed to be at. Yeah, the song was kind of all over the place.
I bet that came out funny as hell.
It did. It did.
Dang. Okay. Do you remember, like, recall just a little piece of it, like a little snippet?
Yeah, I do.
Can you say it?
I gotta pray to the Lord before I send this nigga to the moor. I remember that part. I'm like, what? I'm like, that was on some horror movie stuff. Like, cause the beat was dark. The beat was dark.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was dark. It
Would
was
you
like
get
a
out
dark beat.
YouTube?
It's like a horror movie, like something like come off a horror movie. Like I could, if I hear it again, I can rap the whole song again. But I don't have it anymore. But I used to have it like '06. So this like when I'm 18 years old. So this like 18 years ago.
Dang, that's cool.
It was though, because I'm 36 now. Cause I just turned 36 on May 31st. So this is 18 years ago. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. That was a whole 18 years ago. Look how
Yeah,
time flies.
yeah, for real. Look where you came from, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of songs and stuff, we got to get into the track Miss Important. Every time I think of the track Miss Important, I want to sing Neil's Miss Independent.
Mm-hmm.
But the track itself, like, I'm going to just tell you my favorite line off the track, okay? When you start and say, she tired of hearing the same thing. She's on her
Mm-hmm.
Sunshine Anderson, heard it all before. You better come with it, cause you ain't dealing with no whore. You better bring more than D. You gotta stimulate her mind or she'll get bored. Then it's to the left, right out the door. Don't approach her if your mindset is poor. Stimulate her mind to get the galore if you want to score. That's dope as heck to me because
Oh.
women, you get hit on all the time and you think about it
Mm-hmm.
like, dang, they keep saying the same old line to every female. I'm tired
Right.
of hearing it. And then you took us back nostalgically with Sunshine Anderson. Heard it all before.
Yep.
I love that song. And then you put a little Beyonce to the left in there. So you really
Yep.
represented for the ladies.
Yeah, I did. I took those two songs together because some people might not know who Sunshine Anderson is, but shout out to Sunshine Anderson. Maybe it might get people to listen to that song again. They hear that like, oh, that's the song he was talking about. Because like I said, like, I'm from that generation where, you had that music, that type of music back then. So I was like, this is perfect for this because, it's like a double entendre at the same time because, it's like, you heard it all before, she's talking about relationships, but you heard a woman also heard it all before when guys approaching them. So it's like, it's the same old game. Dang, Blue, what's up? Or the same cat call. Hey,
Yeah.
shot it, like,
Hmm.
hey, mom, they get tired of that. They want something different. So I was like, well, you got to come with something different. And when I say you're not dealing with no whore, you're not dealing with a woman that's out there showing the body out like that. This woman classy, so she's not gonna go for that cat calling and all that touching her or whistling and all the sounds you like to make. Some dudes like to make the sound that you like whistling, being
Yeah.
disrespectful. Like not treating you like a human. You can still get a woman attention without doing all that whistling. Come up to her, give her attention, say, give her a compliment, say, hey, how you doing, superstar, or something, or give her a smile or something.
Yeah.
They're tired of that. So then I say to the left, other women love Beyonce. That's for the Beehive. You can't diss the Beehive. So
Nah.
don't do it. Don't do it. I think one is a guy that went around and was killing people that was disrespecting Beyonce over something.
Oh
It was a
God.
guy from Beehive. It was
It
one
was
guy,
some type
wasn't
of
it?
Swarm. It was called Swarm. It was a Netflix series.
Oh,
Yeah, it
so
was
that is
something
true.
like that. No, it wasn't true. They was just like using a fake story, like
Oh, okay.
around it. Yeah, because Chloe played the main character, one of the main characters. Yeah.
Oh, shoot. That's crazy though, cause like, not to say, I hope ain't nobody out there for real like that, but it's just like, yo, like, I know you can't diss them. Don't do it.
No, I wouldn't even try.
That's career suicide. That's
For
career
real.
suicide.
No doubt, man. Okay, so I have another question. Now for Miss Important, what was like the preparation that you had to go through in order to release this track? Because I know a lot goes into it, like you got to get the beat, you got to get the people, you got to get the story behind the music. What happened?
To prepare for this track, well, it's interesting how it came about because I actually won a bet between me and King Virtue. This is like when we was in the Growth Squad chat. We was in the Growth Squad group chat, and what happened was, do you remember verses with Ja Rule and Fat Joe?
Yeah.
The verses with Fat Joe and Ja Rule. I had a bet with Virtue. I was like, well, if I win, you can get that beat that you wanted because I remember he was doing his 30 for 30. Do you remember that series?
No, I don't. I
I don't
just
know if he was
heard
following Virtue then, but
commercials.
like
Yeah.
we was doing a 30 for 30. He was doing a 30 for 30 beat where he'll like every day he'll post a beat for like 30 days. And Mr. Important, that was the beat that's really a 30 for 30 song, actually. And what happened was I was like, well, I want that beat. He said, well, okay, say if you win this bet, if Ja Rule wins the verses, then you'll get that beat. So so for a long time he'll mess with me. He still mess with me sometimes. Where's Ja? Because I went for Ja Rule. I said, Virgil, you can't go based on Ja Rule. You can't hate on Ja Rule right now because Ja Rule got hits back in the day. Before 50 Cent scored his career, I knew Ja Rule had hits because we all listened to Ja Rule growing up. So it's like, I told him, I'm like, because of Fat Joe, Ja Rule, Fat Joe's not going to win that versus because Ja Rule got more hits than Fat Joe, as far as commercially. Because, you play that, Ja Rule start playing his hit list, his discography, they're going to take people back to memories.
Yeah, for sure. Most definitely.
So I told him I told him Ja was gonna win, and he said, you know what, you want it. So that's how I got the beat.
Well, that's an interesting story. Shout out to King Virtue and that beat.
Yep.
um,
And
okay.
originally I actually had the song Mzhiphop for another instrumental.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little different. It's a little different from the beat, but I thought it fit better on this one. I said, I'm gonna go with this one. I had this hook and I never used. I said, let me try it out to see how it sounds. And I sent it to Virtue, and Virtue said, hey, I like that. I love that hook. I love that hook. And then he sent it to So Soon, and So Soon wanted to get on. I said, cool. So Soon said he loved that hook. I said, let's do it. So originally, this song was recorded like 3 years ago, and we just released it, and I ended up releasing it. Virgil said, I think it's time for us to release it because he was listening to it as a hard drive one night, and he texted me out the blue, and I was like, oh. I was like, yeah, you're right. And he said, this on my hard drive. I said, the mix sound good. He's like, we ain't really got to do much to it. He's like, I just got to master it. Let me listen to it again and make sure it's good. And he listened to say, the mix good. I'm just going to master it. I said, okay, cool. And that's how we came about, basically, Basically, So Soon loved the hook. He said he loved how I came on the hook. And we went from there.
Oh wow, that is crazy, a crazy story, and the fact that it was reestablished again 3 years later makes it even more phenomenal. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the hook itself, yeah, it sounds like straight poetry. I think about when I hear hooks like that, I think about Tupac. You know what I'm saying? And how he had a story behind every piece of music that he ever written, so people can understand it. So that's what I appreciate
Right.
about the song too. It was just like boom, boom, boom in your face. Nothing to overthink. You know what I'm saying? You get straight to the point.
Mm-hmm.
So Loretta's only. What other future projects do you have on the horizon?
Other future projects I have on the horizon, I'm working on some more music as well. And what I've been doing for like the past year and a half, 2 years, excuse me, 2 years. What I've been doing is I've been working on improving my songwriting abilities and working on my delivery. So I'm also a member and a student of the School of Bars for Artists called Just Right. I'm not sure you ever heard of it.
No.
It's ran by Professor Comic Book Cam. So he's a real dope artist that's out of North Carolina. He's an independent artist, and he
Mhm.
has a course called Rap Theory. And what Rap Theory does, it teaches artists about the different rapping techniques that you can use to better your craft. So that's what I'm been currently working on doing that. So I have been writing music, but hopefully by the end of this year, I'll be ready to do at least an EP to put out with new techniques that I've been learning and my new delivery style.
Mhm.
Hopefully, I'll be able to do that.
Okay, and in that new delivery style, you gonna add any other genres of music to it, like such as R&B? Just out of
Oh,
curiosity.
absolutely. Absolutely. I just might, I just might add that on the. I just might add some R&B. Might get an R&B singer to sing because I don't know how to sing.
Mhm.
Nah, you don't want to hear me singing. Sound like a broken record.
Hey, that's cool though that you can be versatile like that and not only think about
Yeah.
the hip hop, but bring that R&B flavor in there too. That's cool.
Right. Right. Yeah, I had to put my headphones back on because I think somebody doing some work outside. So I don't know if it got into recording or not.
No, I didn't hear anything. Thank goodness.
Oh, okay, but I can hear you better. So I gotta throw my headphones back on, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It still sounds good actually. Yeah,
Okay, good, good, good. Because I was worrying about the quality, because I know the quality is important.
yeah, it is.
That see, there go the recording arts me talking.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but
Um,
yeah,
Yeah.
But
Loretta, I really had a great time talking to you. Like, seriously, so happy I reached out to you for you to come on the show.
mhm.
And I want you to tell everybody out there where they can listen to your music and especially the track Miss Important.
Now you can go listen to my music. You can also go on my website. I have talked to me. Matter of fact, I got to upload Miss Important on there as well. So I got to put that on us and switch it out where Talk to Me at. But also, you can hear my music on Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, YouTube, or pretty much any streaming platform of your choice. It should be on all of them by now. If it's not, it'll be on there soon.
Okay, cool.
And and also every Wednesday, same time and place, unless I say otherwise, I do a podcast called Live Talks with Low, because I also do podcasts, and I do it usually every Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I talk about hip hop topics. I talk about topics about life, and I also interview other people as well. So I interview other artists, business owners, entrepreneurs. Anybody that does a podcast, I can interview them too as well. So it's a little different. That's why I feel so honored to come out and be able to be interviewed on your show, because it's like usually I'm interviewing everybody else. So this time I get to be the guest.
Yay! That's good.
Yeah. So you my second interview. You're my second guest appearance this year, because I did one with the Ultimate DJ Music Review.
Mm. Well, congratulations on your first interview and congratulations on this interview too. Super excited to get things rolling. And shout out to the listeners out there. I really appreciate people leaving comments and leaving reviews. Shout out to Lyric's dad. Thank you so much for leaving a comment. I really appreciate your listenership from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. I had to say thank you to the people because without them, there would be no Speak Your Mind, you know?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yep. I just like to say a special shout out to everybody that's supported me. I appreciate y'all, from the bottom of my heart. Much love, special shout out to King Virtue and So Soon. Whoever me making this a dope record, couldn't do it without you guys. Appreciate you guys, and especially Virtue for encouraging me to go ahead and drop it.
Yeah.
The timing was right, so I'm glad I really took heed to the advice and I did it.
Yeah, shout out to both So Soon and King Virtue if I didn't say it before. Thank you for making Miss Important
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
track so important because I feel like I'm going to listen to it at my barbecue and everything like that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Barbecues, parties, the club party, just cruising down the street, and gentlemen, play this for your lady. You don't know what to say to that lady, man. Go on, put this in. I
And
ain't
drive
gonna get
the
mad. Huh? Yeah, drop the
in the
top.
car
Yeah, drop
too.
the top. Yeah, drop the top too. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We're gonna get out of here. Special thanks to Loretta's Only again. Thank you for stopping by the show. Salute to everybody else out there and have a great day.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Hip Hop Star. I appreciate
You're welcome. Bye.
you. Bye.